JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Police Commissioner says police will not be deterred in crime fight. Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake has sought to reassure members of the public that the Jamaica Constabulary Force (JCF) will not be deterred in its fight to protect Jamaican citizens from ruthless criminals who terrorize communities and threaten livelihoods.
My fellow Jamaicans, good day. As Commissioner of Police, it gives me great pride to share with you some of the recent successes that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Defence Force, and our law enforcement partners have achieved in the ongoing fight against violent crime. April 2025 has marked another historic milestone. For the second time this year, we have recorded the lowest number of murders in over 2 decades. 44 lives were lost in April compared to 82 in the same month last year. This follows our previous record in February when we reported 48 murders, the lowest figure in over 25 years. These are not just statistics. Each number represents lives saved, communities stabilized, and a signal that the tide is turning. As of April 30th, overall major crimes have declined by 18%. Murders are down by 37%. Shootings have dropped by 30%. Rapes have decreased by an encouraging 47%, and robberies are down by 4%. This progress is not accidental. It is a result of careful planning, tireless execution, and a commitment to excellence by the men and women of the JCF and the JDF. I extend my deepest thanks to you for your professionalism and sacrifice. I also express appreciation to our strategic partners across the security and intelligence landscape. Your contributions are invaluable. Still, we are aware that even as we make gains, there are those who seek to sow seeds of discord and mistrust, who try to paint our officers as anything but the professionals they are. Let me be clear. We are a disciplined, modern law enforcement agency with a constitutional mandate to serve and protect all Jamaicans without fear, favor, or ill will. We stand each day between you, the people we swore to protect, and the ruthless criminals who murder our sons and daughters, terrorize our communities, killing even women and children, and threaten our very way of life. These criminals act with shocking boldness, often recording and sharing their crimes on social media, displaying a chilling disregard for life and law. So, should it surprise anyone that these same criminals who murder at will turn their weapons on members of the security forces? Let me reassure you, we are undeterred. We will not retreat, we will not yield. The safety and security of the Jamaican people remain our mission, our duty, and our commitment. Thank you for your continued support. Together, we will build the safe, secure, and just Jamaica that we all deserve.
Clarendon vendor dies after crashing car into tree. The Clarendon police are investigating the death of a 63-year-old man whose vehicle crashed into a tree in the parish Friday morning. That is Patrick Stiff, a vendor of Woodall, Chapelton, Clarendon. According to reports, at about 1 a.m., Stiff was reportedly driving his Toyota Corolla motor car along the roadway in Woodall when he lost control of the vehicle. The car reportedly ran off the road and slammed into a tree. Stiff was assisted to the Mapen Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Chapelton police are investigating the matter. Spanish Town police seeking suspect in gun attack on man at basic school. The Spanish Town police are searching for a man who attacked and opened fire on a man on the compound of a basic school in Gordon Pen. The suspect allegedly also pointed the gun at the mother of his child and threatened to kill her. According to reports, at around 12:05 p.m. on Wednesday, the suspect went to the school and saw the complainant in the company of his child's mother. He reportedly became angry and attacked the complainant, whom he punched repeatedly. He left and reportedly returned with a gun and fired several shots at the complainant, who ran. He then reportedly pointed the gun in the face of his child's mother and made threats. The matter was later reported to the Spanish Town police, which have launched a probe into a case of shooting with intent, assault of common law, and assault occasioning bodily harm. 4 alleged gang members charged with gun and ammunition possession. The St. Andrew South Police have charged 4 men alleged to be gang members with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition following an operation in Waterhouse in the parish on Monday. They are Mark Wright, a 46-year-old carpenter and construction worker of Rushworth Avenue, Kingston 11, Ramon Foster, otherwise called Prince, 27, of Dillpath Crescent, Kingston 11, O'Shane Gale, 32, of Conway Road, Kingston 11, and Giovanni Bonito, 25, of Barbados Road, Kingston 11. The Hunts Bay Police say at about 9:30 a.m., lawmen conducted an operation on Dillpath Crescent and Barbados Road when they signaled a motor car to stop. The driver complied and a search of the vehicle was conducted in the presence of the occupants. The police say during the search, a brown shopping bag containing a submachine gun with a magazine containing 19 9mm rounds of ammunition was found under the driver's seat. The men were arrested and taken into custody where they were subsequently charged following a question and answer session in the presence of their attorneys. The police say their investigation revealed that the men were believed to be members of the dismantled capture gang which operated out of the Waterhouse community. Judge suggests this Bible reading for a man guilty of practicing obeah. Cambridge resident O'Shane Grant was slapped with a fine and advised to read his Bible when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court to answer accusations of being involved in the ritualistic practice known as obeah. Grant, who appears to be in his early 20s, pleaded guilty before presiding Judge Keisha Grant Price. According to court records, the police executed a search warrant at Grant's residence on March 25. Upon entry, the authorities observed that the dwelling was shrouded in mist of smoke and there was incense burning in each corner of Grant's bedroom. A plain white t-shirt with various denominations of money was discovered on the floor, surrounded by burning candles in a ritualistic fashion. He had various boxes on his dresser labeled Money Rain, Money House, and African Powers. Grant was also wearing 4 silver rings. When the officer instructed him to remove them, he expressed fear of dying and stated that the rings served as protection. He also emphasized his deeply held beliefs by declaring that he was fully guzzo. "What kind of hell were you rubbing up into, sir?" Judge Grant Price answered the defendant after hearing the allegations. "Me have problems sleeping at night," Grant responded. "So what do you do to sleep at night?" the judge inquired. "Me just buy 2 look of incense," the accused man told the judge. The judge then offered Grant an alternative method to induce sleep. "Try magnesium and prayer, sir, or try Habakkuk or Haggai. Try to read those books of the Bible. One of them must put you to sleep," Grant Price told the defendant before ordering him to pay a $5,000 fine or spend 5 days in jail. Security Minister questions lack of protest for children whose parents were killed by gunmen. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Strong on Tuesday directed Flacot people were vocal in their criticism of the police but remained silent about the welfare of Jamaican children left orphaned by gunmen's bullets. Strong raised the issue as he opened the 2025-26 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on the same day that human rights group Jamaicans for Justice JFJ staged a protest in halfway through against the high level of fatal shootings by the security forces since the start of the year.
To speak at this time. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, House Leader. I now invite to his feet the Minister of National Security, Deputy Prime Minister, please turn your mic on.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's my privilege to begin the sectoral debate today, but today is an interesting day for national security. I make a brief comment as I open my presentation. It's a good day for us because today the police reports to me that we are 36.1% murder less than last year. That means, Madam Speaker, that there is 131 Jamaicans who are alive today because of the effort and success of the police force in dealing with dangerous criminals. I understand there are 2 things happening. I'm dressed in blue, not only because I support the police call and demonstrate it physically, and they deserve all the support they can do. They're working hard for us. And not be critical of the others who have other thoughts, but I think it would be appropriate that if there are some people, many of them I gather, a few there are, but there are some significant leaders of churches involved, would at least be giving some consideration to the 230 families of lost people, lost their family members to criminal actors. There's a particular sector of that group, Madam Speaker, that I must pause before I go to my presentation. Orphans. There's nothing and no organization in the society that tend to deal with the orphans created by criminals. It's a serious error. I have them in my constituency. I think of many. They're difficult to treat. I have cases I can recall. They just say the young man who was shot down in the presence of his 3 sons. I found the resource to send them to psychiatrists. Psychologists provide support for school, but the trauma was unbearable. 2 are dead by the gun and 1 in jail. I have another today who saw his mother killed at 5, his father killed at 5, his mother at 7. We have given him everything he needs: clothing, support for home, schools. We've sent him to private schools, but the support for him, state-wise and community-wise and NGO-wise, is non-existent. The fact is, the entire burden falls on some of us who know and understand. So I'd love to think that those who are currently prepared to look at the police and assault them in a way would think of these victims. These are the pain, these are the sufferers of crime. Those of us who care for them understand the trauma they go through. It's impossible to do it by what we do as members of parliament, that literally involves almost full-time care. And it would have been, I surely appreciated that some of those who are preparing to wear black today would have found something to find these individuals. The police know them, members of parliament from either side know them, and we need to find a way to support these really humble, young victims of crime, the orphans of crime. There are too many of them, and they are the prime recruits for further crime. So, Madam Speaker, that is my comment on what's happening, and I want to thank all the Jamaicans who found it appropriate to wear blue today and signal their support. For the police, men and women who as professional law enforcement of the Jamaica Consular Force are daily seeking to protect Jamaicans and expose themselves to significant trauma. The criminals of today are not afraid to shoot at police officers. And in some cases they shoot their family members. They have a tough job, but they're doing an excellent work. They've committed themselves. So, Madam Speaker, it is my privilege today to deliver the 8th sectorals presented as Minister of National Security. It's one I regard with humility and gratitude. And I think I share the distinction maybe among the longest serving. Your friend was the other. National security has been one of the most challenging portfolios over the last 3 days.
JBNN keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.